Take a minute to clear your mind and realize that you are taking part in something set apart and removed from the drudgery of everyday life. In this place, you are recognized as an eternal mind of infinite potential. Here, we leave behind the mundane and dreary world to discuss things of a higher nature. Free thinking is absolutely critical. We urge you to get in the habit of doing reality checks. You are responsible for your own mind, and these reality checks will help you stay on point. Periodically throughout your life, stop and ask yourself, is what I am deciding to believe rational? Does it make logical sense? Am I believing it because it is rational, or am I getting caught up in my feelings and emotions? Is it actually rational, or am I believing it just because an authority figure told me to believe it? There are many religious systems out there that will try to ensnare your thoughts. You should consistently perform these reality checks to make sure that you are not getting caught up in a delusion. And yes, you should absolutely perform these reality checks on what we have to say. Everything that we present is a result of rational and logical thinking, but you should always think for yourself. This means to not believe anything that we have to say because you might like it, or it sounds interesting and exciting, but because it is rational and logical. Whenever you encounter new information, perform a reality check. If you begin to adopt a new idea, absolutely perform a reality check. Ask yourself, is this idea rational? Are there any logical fallacies within it? Remember that you are responsible for your own mind. Remember to perform these reality checks often. The following is a communication from Buer, philosopher, mathematician, and explorer of the heretical.
We humans have short lives. We live no more than 80 years. We never live to see the great cycles of civilization and the great turns of history, nor even the upheavals of the environment of the world around us. By the time we've come of age, we've already expended a quarter of our minuscule lives. By middle age, we've seen our own vanities flitter and fade away. By the time we've found any wisdom and knowledge of things, our bodies are already ready to die, and we have not seen the world on a larger scale. If we lived 100 years, 200 years, 500, 1,000, we'd have a much different perspective on life. But instead, we live only 80 years, and thus our enemy is time. To make time our friend, we must sidestep the limitations of our lifespans and find a way to make our wisdom that of someone who has lived as if they were 1,000 years old. That is the gift of reason. That is what we can teach you, and more.
We will be focusing on 3 primary categories: will, art, and reason. Cultivating these qualities will give you the tools necessary to unlock your highest potential, and also give you the foundation necessary to understand the hidden secrets of reality. By will, we mean the ability to actually do something, to effect change. For example, if you want to learn the piano, you have to put in the will to actually practice every single day. If you do not have the will, then you cannot accomplish anything. But with a focused will, you can accomplish anything. So many people say that they are going to learn a new skill or make a change in their life, but how many actually do it? These people have weak wills. They never accomplish anything meaningful in their life. Those of us in the order are willed individuals. We don't just talk, we get up and make changes in the world. We aren't just knowers, but we are also doers. Let us now look at art. By art, we mean a focus on intuitive exploration. This is a focus on exploring and experiencing the unconscious mind. through creativity, dreams, the imagination, through music and expression. The more this is done in a focused manner, the more that will be unlocked. By reason, we mean understanding how reality works in a completely rational and logical way. This will allow you to stay completely free from delusion and know with complete certainty what is true. The cultivation of this aspect will ultimately answer every question that can be asked. It is the great revealer of truth, and how one stays free from getting caught up in dangerous religious dogma. Reason is absolutely the most important category. However, without will, nothing would ever get done. One wouldn't have the drive to actually understand and learn reason. Without art, the world would be lacking life and vibrance. All three categories are completely necessary to become the best version of yourself, to unlock your inner potential, and to understand the highest secrets of reality. You may find yourself drawn to either reason or art. Those who are attracted to reason may find it difficult to understand why art is necessary, and those who are attracted to art may find it difficult to see why reason is necessary. Those with a calculating mindset are usually only interested in the structure of reality. Those with an artistic mindset are usually only interested in the experience of reality. These two types of people usually stand opposed to one another. They are interested in what they are interested in and see little value in the other. The truth is that to fully understand reality, both mindsets are necessary. A person who is one or the other exclusively will always be incomplete. Only if you merge and combine both mindsets, calculating and artistic, reason and intuition, only then will you grasp reality in its fullness. For example, let us say there is a person with a calculating mindset. This person knows everything that can possibly be known about color. They know with absolute precision the laws that govern light. They know all the facts concerning wavelength, frequency, optics, electromagnetism, etc. Within their mind, all of the calculative facts about color are known. But what if this person has never actually experienced color? What if this person has never seen red? Even if all of the calculative details are known, is not something profound missing if they have never experienced a sunset? Is knowing the laws that govern pain not different than being branded by a white-hot iron? Likewise, the person who has experienced every color, has seen the glorious spectrum of a sunset, but knows nothing of its structure, will be forever lost in a fog. They may have an experience, but they will have no knowledge or understanding. Perhaps it is the creation of a god, or the magic of fairies that cause these colors. This person with a purely experiential mindset will never know. It will be lost forever within an illusion. Both mindsets are needed. Only when they are used together in a complementary fashion will an individual become whole. In your world, these mindsets are set up against one another. The scientist does not understand the artist, and the artist does not understand the scientist. These mindsets must be transcended. You must go beyond both of them. One reason why scientism has gotten so much wrong is that it lacks the intuition that the artist has. Yet the artist will never advance the world in true knowledge until the artist learns how to calculate, how to capture their intuition, structure it, and focus it into true power. Then they will truly advance the world. Only when the scientist learns art and the artist learns structure will the world move forward. Art and science will be transcended and truth will finally be attained. This is why we emphasize art and reason. Only in the union of these two aspects will truth be achieved. We understand that you may be drawn towards one or the other at the moment, and even find the other to be displeasing. This is fine for now, but eventually you will grasp why both are needed. Once you understand precisely why both are needed, then you will find great pleasure in learning the other aspect. It is only because a person does not truly understand why the other is needed that they might find it unappealing. Never be discouraged if you have difficulty understanding. These are deeply complex topics. With perseverance and dedication, that is, with will, you will come to an understanding. We now turn to the symbol of the diamond, which we use for the eternal mind. This is also a symbol for the entirety of reality itself. Our methods are to show you the big picture of how reality and the mind works, and then, once you firmly understand the big picture, to work out the details. This symbol of the diamond represents the process of reality itself in a basic way. Bring your attention to the 0 point, labeled unity. At this point, scientism claims that there was no such thing as existence, and then the Big Bang occurred. This is ridiculously irrational and illogical, as existence cannot come from non-existence. At this 0 point, there certainly was existence, but there was no matter. The space-time dimension did not exist. At this 0 point, the entirety of reality existed as pure mind, as pure thought. This is not some abstract nonsense. We mean that it existed as pure energy information. This energy information was purely symmetrical, which means it was in complete unity and perfect balance, and it had not yet separated. This separation is what generates the material universe, that is, the space-time dimension. The two lines extending from the 0 point represents this separation. You can see that the lines extend outwards and get further and further apart from each other. This represents an increasing separation and increasing disharmony. This separation is what is referred to as the Big Bang. You can see that existence did not spring from non-existence, as scientism claims, but that it was simply the rearrangement of energy information. The process of going from balance and unity to separation, this creates the illusory dimension of space-time. The positive and negative symbols represent the polarization of this energy information. What we mean by that is that this polarization of energy information is what causes separation. They start from a point of maximum togetherness, that is, total unity, and then they repel each other, causing separation, and this generates the illusion of extended matter. At the very center of the diamond, you can see that the energy information has reached a point of maximum separateness. It has repelled and separated as much as possible. Further separation would be impossible. It is at this point that the energy information begins to return. Instead of repelling, it begins to attract. It begins to put itself back together. This is what scientism refers to as evolution. However, there is not simply physical evolution, but also mental evolution. Furthermore, this process is directed towards a goal, its goal being to return to a state of maximum togetherness. It continues to do this until it finally reaches a point of absolute togetherness, where everything is once again unified. This is represented in the diagram by the infinity point, labeled perfection. This is the final cause of reality, and to which we direct our will. This is our cause. We are evolution. We are the driving force that will bring reality itself to perfection. All opposites will be brought together. Light and dark, the star and the abyss, the sun and the eclipse. This final point is not the end of existence, but simply the end of the material universe. There will still be existence, but it will be a perfect existence of pure mind. There will no longer be a need for matter, and all will exist as pure, dimensionless energy information, pure thought. This is not the death of the universe, but simply the death of matter, and the birth of a perfect reality that has no need for matter. Do not let the symbols confuse you. At the top, we could have instead labeled it with a 0 and with the word unity, because both the bottom and the top of the diamond represent unity. In a later session, we will discuss how 0 and infinity relate to each other. You can also contemplate the symbol of the spiral, which represents the exact same thing as the symbol of the diamond. It is just represented in a different way that may be easier for some to grasp. It shows the process of separation from unity and a return to unity, which is perfection and the final cause. Cultivate your will. Cultivate within yourself a fiery passion that will allow you to accomplish whatever goal you have in your mind. Do not be an idle dreamer who only thinks about what could be done. Be the dream shaper who actively sets out and creates the dream now. Through art, look within and begin to touch reality. Feel the pulse and rhythm of creation. All is within your mind, and even the stars themselves are within your grasp. Reach in, and you will reach out to touch them. Through reason, all truth will be revealed. The meaning of your experiences will be fully laid out before you. All questions will be answered, and through reason you will ride the spiraling staircase unto perfection itself. You are reason becoming conscious of itself. You are the eye of reality that gazes upon itself. Every object, every tree, every stone, every person is a mirror. Few will recognize this, but reason reveals it to be so. Finally, contemplate the diagram of the diamond and the spiral. Try to grasp this concept and the process of reality. Contemplate how reality works, the aspect of separation and return, of evolution, and the goal of perfection. Grasp the final cause, that which is our goal and our cause, that which is the goal of this dream, our dream, the dream that you are having right now. Let the light of reason be your guide, ad astra, to the stars.